Book number 2 in the Twisted Love. Does it have a... Oh, it's just called the Twisted series. Yeah. So, I read book number 1. It's a while back now, but it was part of a, like, book talk thingamajig. I'll link it, so if you want to see that, there's that. Now I'm on to book number 2. Book number 2. I don't know what this accent says. No, don't ask me those questions. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, book number 2. So, all of them are like, well, not different characters, well, different characters, but different, like, romantic partners-ish. So in the first one, who did we follow in the first one? Oh, don't remember. I just, remember, the male character was called Alex. That's all I remember. Bloody hell. So, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like a hot minute to realize that we'd met this character, the female character Bridget, in book 1. Yeah, I don't know why the connection wasn't made, but yeah, because I took notes. So the first note I took says, she's a bloody princess? What? Yeah. So yeah, we have a princess of a country that doesn't actually exist, but that's fine. It's fake believe. It's fake believe? It's fiction. So it's fine. But because she's a princess, because she's a princess and events lead to other events, and her brother, who is supposed to take the throne, he kind of abdicates. So now it's Bridget's turn to step up to the game, which means, well, she's had before, but now she needs it even more. The bodyguard, yeah. So she had another bodyguard to begin with. What was he up to? I think he got a baby or something like that. It doesn't matter. He was a nice guy, but now we need a new bodyguard. So, enter Rhys, the surliest human being ever, but also like, I'm a sex god. But yeah, we're not gonna do anything, but we're gonna do something. Why is these voices? I don't know. Anyway, so apparently, since book 1, 2 years have passed. Like, when did that happen? Also, I'm starting to realize why it took me a hot minute to, like, remember we'd met Bridget before. Because we're just sort of thrown into this book. So this is not a good book to start with. You need to have read book 1 to read this book, because otherwise you're like, oh, what the hell is going on? Oh, we don't know. Well, you kind of sort of get into it quite easily, because it's just that type of book, but also it takes you a hot minute to realize what's happening, because we kind of already know these characters, even though I forgot we did. Oops. Because, I once called her Rhys. No, her name is Bridget. Because Bridget is now, like, the head royal. That's not the word. The crown princess. Because she now is that, she's next in line. She needs to marry. Yeah, she needs to marry. She needs to marry a royal, because that was kind of why her brother abdicated, was because he was in love and he was gonna marry a normal person. I mean, they were together before. I don't understand all the rules, but okay. So she now needs to marry a royal, and there's so many, like, things going back and forth, but she's in love with Rhys, so what are we gonna do? Well, what do you think the odds are that Rhys's daddy, who he doesn't actually know, is technically a royal? Is that what's gonna happen? Perhaps. Spoiler, yeah. That's what happens. Yeah, Now you don't have to read the book. I mean, you can if you want, but I don't care. So, for a book that's supposed to be like smutty fun time, it has very little of it. Also, it took like more than half the book for anything to actually happen. So that was fun. It's a good thing that very easily read because it's such simplified text. So it doesn't take a lot of brain cells. I'm sorry, but it doesn't take a lot of brain cells to get through it in a very short amount of time. So there's that. I do want to say, like, once I remembered that we knew Bridget from before, she felt like in book one, even though we see her from like a different person's point of view, Bridget seemed a lot more like put together. She seemed more like girl boss kind of person. But in this one, she's more like subservient. It's like, what happened? Is Rhys just bringing this out of you, or what's happening? I mean, we do meet Rhys in book one as well, but I don't know. Anyway, I actually have book 3 here as well, so I'm gonna read that very shortly. I'll see when I find book 2. Book 2? This is book 2. Book 4, we'll see when that comes in. So far, it's like, what is this? But also, I'm just having a laugh, and it's kind of a good time. It's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice, like, palette cleanser from high fantasy stuff, or just fantasy stuff in general, honestly. But I can't take it seriously. But also, it's kind of funny. It's just weird and funny. Why is this my mood right now? I don't know. I'll see you in a bit. Book number 3. Ooh, what are these noises I'm making? Also, I'm so hot. Anyway, book number 3 in the Twisted series. Anyway, so in this one we have Josh. Josh is the brother of whatever her name was in book 1. Great. I'm great with the names, you know. Perfect memory here. Wow. Okay, and then we have Jules, which is the lawyer best friend. She's about to become a lawyer. Anyway, Josh is, by the way, almost a doctor. He has a bit of time left, but he's almost fully a doctor. Anyway, so basically these two characters, they hate each other. Yeah, but they kind of end up in the same place. So Josh does his, what's it called, residency. He does that in one place, but then he also volunteers at this free clinic, something like that. And well, Jules is hired to be like the legal person in said clinic. Anyway, obviously, hate to love, yes. They start doing it, I guess. They start dating in secret, but Jules has a past. She once had a different surname. Oh yes, she did. And well, to cut a long story short, things happened, and she kinda was thrown out at 17 and had to fend for herself, where she met, you know, not so good people. Yeah, so basically, her ex comes into town and is blackmailing her to steal something. Yes, to steal a painting. A painting, you say? Yes, a painting that just so happens to hang in Josh's bedroom. He has said painting. Well, yeah. There's a bit of crime, there's a bit of love and hate, there's a bit of everything. I kind of enjoyed this book for like the intensity it gave. Like, so she goes and steals, but you know, she could have just asked him. She could have talked to him. I mean, yes, awkward conversation. There's this sex tape I did when I was 17 and now my boyfriend is blackmailing me with it. You know, I'm gonna guess that that sex tape is a bit illegal, so she should know that as a legal person. Yeah. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, they could have talked a bit, but it didn't really do that, so there's a bit of drama going on there as well. Anyway, yeah. I think I like the plot of this one a lot more than the previous two, because there's just, well, something happens. Something a bit more fun happens. Whereas the previous ones were a bit far-fetched, for one. I mean, this one has some far-fetched bits in it as well, but not as much as the previous two. So far, so good. I guess we'll see with book 4. Everything is relative at this point, but yeah. Okay, Twisted Lies, the 4th and last book in the Twisted series. And, well, bear with me. So, in this one, the couple is, what was her name again? No, really, what is that? Stella! Jeez, I had to read half the blurb on the back to figure out her name was Stella. Anyway, so Stella, the 4th girlie, the Instagram model kind of thing, influencer, fashion thingy. I don't know how to explain her, because honestly, I don't feel like we got a lot of her in previous books. I think maybe, was it the last one? The 3rd one? I think the one we get the most of her is in the 3rd one, I think, when she is the roommate of Jules, and she and Jules, they move into this, what is this building called? Whatever it's called. It's owned by Christian Harper, who was the former boss of Rhys, who is, well, now married to the queen of the imaginary country from book 2. I think I'm keeping track of things here. I don't know. It's honestly a lot. Anyway, so Christian is the love interest, as it was. So Stella and Christian. Well, Christian is the one who, he has that like security company thing. That's basically what he is. He's also kind of a mob boss ish person. I don't know if he's worse than Alex from book 1, but he's a lot. He's a lot. He does some nasty things, let me tell you. Oh yeah. There's a shoot off, a gun scene. What is it called? There's one of those in this book. Also, were the other books this thick? Because this was a lot. This is almost a brick. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to think about it. I was like, what happens in this book? So basically, Stella, she's living in Christian's building still, but then she kind of has, so basically to gain more followers and stuff, because she's just shy of that 1 million. You know how it is. It's so hard for us under 1 million followers thing. I'm way under 1 million, so yeah. I think maybe I should take some tips, but no, I'm not going to do that. Anyway, to gain those last couple of thousand people, followers, she needs to gain that 1 million. She and Christian sort of make up a, well, they make a deal that basically they're going to do some fake dating. So basically Stella will post without showing his face and informations and stuff, because it doesn't want to have a trail online, you know. No, he's very particular about this. Okay, yeah. So basically she's gonna take some pictures like of his hand and stuff, and like the back of him, as I don't know how she does it or whatnot, but she's basically just gonna say she has a new boyfriend, yay. And his deal is kinda, he gets some arm candy around town who, when he goes to events and stuff, because apparently he does that a lot, he will actually have someone to talk to that's, you know, not boring. That's the kind of deal there. He's madly in love with her, like intensely in love with her, and she kind of falls for him, because why not? Anyway, so they start this fake dating thing, and very soon thereafter Stella's stalker, because yes, she has a stalker, starts being very intense, like breaks into her apartment, intense. Yeah, she moves in with Christian. Yeah. And you know how the fake dating goes? Yeah, they start by not sharing rooms. They have 2 different bedrooms, but they start sharing the same bed eventually, because that's just how these things go. Honestly, I think, like, character-wise, I think Stella could deserve someone a lot better than Christian, because Christian is literally, he's kind of a killer. Let's say, yeah, 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 he's not, you know, very legal, let's say. Yeah, he kind of does some torturing and stuff, and apparently the people at his company is just totally fine cleaning up his messes. That, yeah, so there's that. Doesn't he, I think he blows up a car at one point. There's no one in there. It was just to prove a point or something. I don't know. I honestly forgot. But basically, he's not a great guy. I mean, yes, he's rich and stuff, but, you know, there's a lot better things to look for in a partner than them having a lot of money and wanting to just throw the money at you. Yeah. 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 Book number 4, meaning this vlog is now over because I read all the damn books. Do I think I wasted my time? Just a little bit, but also I was thoroughly entertained a lot of the time, so I'm not gonna, you know, complain a lot about that. And also, for books that are quite smutty at times, there's, especially in book 4, there's not a whole lot of it. Yeah, no, it's compared to other books I've been reading recently, the Twisted series, as far as the smut, the spicy scenes, is quite tame. It's quite tame, and I'm wondering for my sanity when I'm saying this, honestly, thinking about what kind of books am I reading right now. I mean, I'm just reading whatever I find on the library, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm just picking up the books. I don't have a plan as far as what I'm reading. I'm literally just like, oh, this is available, let's do it. And this is what happens. I go insane. Anyway, yeah, I finished a quite popular series. I do hope that people who read this series don't actually look for men who are like this, because wow, you need a lot of therapy if you yeah, if this is what you want in life, because not good for you, not good for you at all. No. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I shall see you all next time. Is there a series that's like this or whatnot that you think I should read? Let me know, because this is what happens. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.